Hello Frank, I'm Asio. Today we're going to be looking at my wish list of 2019 or my starting wish list of 2019. I'm sure there will be others. This year, new resolution. Last year I did do pretty well with the sampling, testing before buying. I ended up with around 60 to 65 bottles. This year we're doing half of that. I don't think it'll be too hard because when I look at my collection, there's not really like a situation where I can find a fragrance for. So this one should go pretty easy, but we'll see. This year we have 30 slots to fill out throughout the year. I've been sampling in 2018 and I do have some that are making this list here. So that's what we're going to be looking at. And then I'm going to be talking about the other houses that I'm excited to try in 2019 as well. Now the first lot out of the 30 is allocated to the House of Sultan Pasha. I did have samples from last year. There are 30 of them here. The first one that I tried was Oram Dancourt and is definitely going onto the top of my list here. I'm definitely getting a full bottle of this one, a big bottle actually of this one. It's so good. When I think of this one, man, just so complex. There are almost everything in this fragrance, but it comes off as a really refined woven tapestry with vivid colors. That's how it wears on my skin and that's how it makes me feel. Rich, vivid colors, finely interwoven materials here, comes really smooth. I'm going to do a detailed review on this one, but definitely at the top of my list. Now looking at the second and third slot, we're looking at the House of Arish Ladurée. I did a review on Kohinoor. Definitely on the second slot there, beautiful take on florals and then other notes. I'll leave the link below if you want to take a look at that. And then also Baikal Gris going to the third slot there. Beautiful take on ambergris note along with the foresty theme by a body of water theme there and a little bit of sweetness to ease things up. Really well done. Now the fourth slot is going to the House of East Yusak, sampling September Country. This one has a beautiful warm ginger note that I really like amongst other notes. So this is definitely going to my wish list of 2019 as well. The fifth slot goes to Ansar Oud. I did get the sample pack here. Great value, especially for the number of ouds that I get to sample here before I waste my money on things that I don't like. The first one that I tried that went straight to my list is Quai Nam Rouge. Clean oud profile there, really interesting. I'm going to be doing a full review, so keep an eye out for that one really soon. And the sixth slot goes to the House of Dusita Oud Infini. I had this sample like about a year ago, a long time ago actually. The first time I tried this, I did not like it, to be honest. I found it too raw, too animalic, too daring, too dirty. But then a year later, a couple of weeks ago, I did try this 2 full wearings. I was really impressed by it. I didn't find it fecal at all or hard to wear. I guess maybe me being exposed to more daring animalic fragrances, but this is definitely a winner in my book this year, so I'm going to be picking that one out. At the 7th and 8th place, we have the House of Dicel with Mizu, which is a beautifully done fresh floral citrus accord. And then moving on to Hasono Ito, which I tried late last year. I was kind of taken aback by the herbalness of the bitter accords, but I ended up loving it after testing it several times. This one is a beautiful herbal, bitter, oud, sweet floral type of scent, and it is really well done. So that's going to go to the 8th place. At the 9th spot, we have the House of Boudicca the Victorious, and we're looking at Victory. My friend Brendan actually sent me a sample a while back along with Intricate. I ended up picking up Intricate in 2018. Victory was always on my mind, so this one makes the list. It is an interesting take on fragrance that is both daring but interesting at the same time. It is borderline too much for me because of the leather oud combo, but you do get also spices coming from the cardamom and then the cloves that are kind of smoothing things over, but it is an intense fragrance that is really interesting to wear. So that one is definitely going into my list, my wish list of 2019. At the number 10 spot, we have the House of Bortnikov. I did manage to sample Oud Maximus and I was really amazed by how it performed or developed on my skin. A beautiful, buttery, musky take on oud here that is just amazing. So definitely on my list on 2019, and I'm curious to see the other 2 releases or the second release to see if they fit my taste here. So we'll be taking a look at that during the year. Last but not least, we have the House of Pekji Istanbul. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I did discover this house through my friend Kenneth last year, and after sampling them, I fell in love with Roux, which manages to beautifully capture the scent or the atmosphere of a street market early in the morning, and then the merchants are getting ready to open their store for the day, but they're also having their breakfast at the same time. The atmosphere is well captured in Rue here. What I love about this house is that you wear it expecting to have the same thing throughout, but midway you get a different twist on the fragrance that I really enjoy. It just makes for an interesting wear throughout. So a really creative house here. I can't wait to dive into the rest. But so far, Rue is making the 11th spot on my 2019 wish list. 11 spot field, 19 more to go. I'm really excited to keep on sampling. From the house of Sultan Pasha, there's 29 more samples that I need to try there. Ouds from the house of Ansar Oud and other companies that I have on my radar. Just a lot more to feel. So 19 spots. One house that I've not mentioned, the house of Henri Jacques. Definitely trying to get some samples and then see which ones we end up in this list. Definitely, I'm sure I'm going to be picking up more. They do an amazing job there. And I'm also excited to try the house of Imaginary Authors. I did try one of the fragrances a while back and I thought it was really creative and well done. So I can't wait to dive into the house this year. With that, I'm excited to hear your wish list for 2019 if you already have fragrances on there, or what houses are you really interested in discovering this year. Again, thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and then take care.